Hey everyone, we're SavageDisneyPins, and I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rocky.
And welcome to the November pin tag.
Pauline over at Mouse and Mermaid was gracious enough to tag us in this November pin tag, and it's a doozy. We had a lot of fun going through our pins and selecting things. Some of them were really challenging. I will admit right off the bat that there was a category that I was not able to find a pin for. Two pins.
Womp, 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 womp.
Well, when you play the game with Pauline, you're playing next level. So I'm a talented amateur. I'm not necessarily a pro. So I think I did pretty good.
And we will link Pauline's channel down below. She's at Mouse and Mermaid. So definitely go check out. She does a pin tag every month. So they all kind of have to do with the month that we're in, the holidays that we're seeing, things like that. So they're really cool. We've done a couple of them so far, and definitely go check out her channel too. So the first pin we had to find was our favorite pin acquired in the month of November.
So already I start with a strike. I cannot remember which pin I acquired in the month of November, short of the last video we did where I got one of the Star Wars pins.
The pin I picked is a good one. They're all good. I love my pins. My favorite pin that I've acquired in the month of November is this Haunted Mansion 50th anniversary pin that came out last year in November. And this is the gingerbread house that they build in the ballroom scene. So every year when they switch to Haunted Mansion Holiday, they build a big gingerbread house and put it in the middle of the table, and this is a replica of the one that came out last year.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool pin. It features several of the characters from the ride, like Constance, Madame Leota, and the Hatbox Ghost, and the Tightrope Walker. I can speak, but it's a really awesome pin, and it's good size.
It is. It's so detailed. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, the little bricks at the bottom. But yeah, so this is an LE 3000, and it came out November of 2019. The second pin we had to search for was the pin that we are the most thankful for.
Oh, I got one for this one, actually. For our anniversary last month, Sarah got me a set of Acme pins that I absolutely love. They are incredible. They are the size of a small satellite dish. They are Star Wars. They have a great 1950s diner stylized look to them. The color palette's awesome. It features a Coke bottle that says Rebel Cola on it, and it's got 2 X-Wings. This is an amazing pin, and it's an awesome gift, and she knows me so well.
Yeah, I picked a pin that was in one of our most recent videos, so I'm very thankful for this pin for a few different reasons. One, the pin has been on my wish list for a long time. And 2, I'm thankful because within this community, this Disney YouTuber world, this Disney Instagram world, I have made some really good friends. And I did a box swap, and this was actually in my box swap from Mariella over at Practically Perfect Every Bite.
Before she whips this pin out, I already feel like this video is like, ooh, I'm gonna whip out my giant Acme pin that's super awesome and cool. And you're like, sit tight, I'm gonna one-up you. She's like, your little peasant collection.
So anyway, this was in my box swap from Mariella, and this is a Club 33 Haunted Mansion pin. Comes in this amazing little box, and then it slides open, and there's the pin there. It's the Club 33 door, and then you can and like, can we just talk about the wallpaper too? And then you open it up, and it has the bride. And I love this pin so much.
So cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving, we'll all be stuffed. So we're going to show you a pin of our favorite foods. So it's not necessarily a food, and mainly I just wanted to get another pin from this set in the video. But I can't get my Disney day started, or any other regular day started, without some coffee. And in that same Acme set that Sarah got me for our anniversary, this is Dark Side Coffee. You have Vader's hand using the Force to bring him his dark black coffee. I could probably go for some coffee right now. All right, Sarah, I'd like to see you outdo me on that one. You can't go 2 for 2. Yeah, she probably can.
My favorite food is popcorn, especially Disney popcorn. And I have this I think it's a mini jumbo. I mean, it's real big.
I'm not amused. She outdid me again.
It says, greetings from Main Street, USA. It has Walt and Mickey, and Walt is giving Mickey popcorn.
Not only is it ginormous, it is pin on pin. It has a weird back that I've never seen before on a pin.
It's just a gold medal waffle back.
Oh, my favorite band. But it also has an inscription on the back. It's from the 50th anniversary, you said?
Yep, 50th. And it says, here you go, partner. Disneyland 50th anniversary collectible pin.
Oh, where was that pin when we were trying to remember the statue's name in our Tiny Kingdom pin that we did last week?
Yeah. What I really like about this pin is that it has these two little holes on the back here, and you can actually get a little stand, like a little easel for it to sit on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. When you got the pin, it came with the stand, but I traded for the pin last year, and they didn't have the stand with it. So I'm kind of on the lookout for it, but also I like it on my popcorn board, so I don't really need the stand.
Hey, but if any of you have a beat on it out there, let Sarah know. You can find her at SavageDisneyPins on Instagram.
That is where you can find me.
Our next pin for the month of November is Sagittarius, which is the zodiac sign of the month. And here is where I have my second strike. This was really, really hard, Pauline. A Sagittarius pin? We looked up the meaning, we tried to go deep, and I gave up. But Sarah is cleverer than I and has a vast war chest of items at her collection, so that she was able to actually pull something not only that's serviceable, but pretty impressive.
I'm gonna read this. I went on to astrologyzodiacsigns.com.
Ooh, a site of science.
Yep. And here's what I found. I found that the Sagittarius was mutable. This is the quality of all signs that have already had enough and need change. They all look forward to the new season, whatever it is, and they are already a mix of the old with the new. We can't say that they represent the end of something, but rather a combination of an end with a new beginning intertwined. So the keywords to me were change and season.
They've had it with the status quo.
The person that I think fit that the best was Merida. And it's a fall 2020 Merida pin.
That's perfect.
I don't know what else would be any better.
The most common depiction of Sagittarius is, of course, a centaur, which we didn't have any centaur pins. I know I've seen a
If I had a Fantasia collection, I would have had some.
Yeah. Is that what you're going to use to justify to get a Fantasia collection?
No.
Okay.
The movie scares me.
But when Sagittarius appears in human form, it's often in the form of an archer. And we all know Merida is a champion level archer. I bet she could beat Robin Hood. She's good.
I did have a Robin Hood pin, and I thought about that, but he didn't. To me, Merida stands more for like the change that she wants to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already, what does it say? She's already a combination of an end with a new beginning.
Robin Hood doesn't want new progressive change. She just wants things to go back to the way they were before Prince John. He wants the old king. So that's not really change.
Next, as the gemstone of the month, show us a pin inspired by Topaz. I didn't know what a topaz was, and when I Googled it, it was kind of like an array of colors. I went back and I watched Pauline's video, and she kind of called it this like burnt orange, like dark orangey kind of color. So that's what I went with too. And I think she also used a Simba pin, and I thought it was a good idea. So I'm also using a Simba pin. And this is the Simba Windows of Magic pin that came out last year.
That's a really cool pin.
And it has that like beautiful, like kind of dark burnt orange in his mane.
What's nice about this one is I won't be outdone because I'm going second. So it's a little anticlimactic. But I picked this primarily burnt orange and yellow Chewbacca pin, saying Chewie is my co-pilot. And if you watch our channel in the past, you know that my chief collection is Chewbacca. I have the world's ugliest pin collection, but I'm very proud of it. Our next category is probably my favorite of this whole list because it's sweater weather. Show us your coziest pin. And I took this quite literally, though I took a hard left. I didn't I didn't pick a Disney pin. We look for something cozy, and with the world going crazy and pandemics and natural disasters and very political television when I turn it on, what we turn that TV to for comfort and warmth is Schitt's Creek. Sarah's watched that show on repeat since it aired, and the pin I picked, it's David's sweater from Schitt's Creek.
I have collections outside of Disney as well. I collect enamel pins from a whole array of different things, and this just happened to be one of them, and it's kind of a shared collection of ours. So there's a whole series of these David Rose sweaters that I love. Back to regularly scheduled programming. I did pick a Disney pin, and I picked this storybook pin because Mickey looks all like cozy and warm and wrapped up with his little scarf on.
It is cute.
And we're like getting into like, I know Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet, but like Christmas started on November 1st, right? Isn't that when Christmas starts? November 1st?
It depends. If you go to a craft store, I think it starts somewhere around April. Because by the time you get to November, they're already all the craft Christmas stuff is discontinued.
Yeah.
60% off.
Yeah.
You know?
So this is the pop-up book pin that came out. It was a monthly series that came out in 2019. And you open it up, and there's a little story on the inside, and then another little pin-on-pin over there. But yeah, I just thought he was like warm and cozy with his little scarf on. Chaos never dies. That is a national day. Chaos Never Dies Day was November 9th. Show us a pin that represents the calm amidst the chaos in your life.
I picked
Another Star Wars pin.
Well, come on. That's what I got. No one is more cool, calm, and collected and keeps their head like Master Yoda. And I know it's a Christmas themed pin, but it is probably the most ridiculous looking pin that I own. And I love it. It's a Santa Yoda. He's got a little smug face on it. And he's saying, calm you must be.
So Yoda's like chill?
He's super chill.
Ah, okay. I didn't just select one single pin. I actually selected a pin set for this tag. I selected the windows on Buena Vista Street in California Adventure. And the reason I selected these is because when you're walking down Buena Vista Street, it's kind of like you're set back in time and things are simple and it's just really kind of relaxing before you hit the like go of what California Adventure is with like Cars Land and Paradise Pier and all that stuff, and you get
Big
the
Pier.
What'd I say?
Paradise Pier. You're living in the past.
I am living in the past. That's the point. But yes, so Buena Vista Street, and I always like go down and walk down the street and like find the windows, and they're just like, they're very calming for me. Black Friday is November 27th. Show us a pin that has black on it.
Everybody stay home and shop online. Well, recently my son had just finished this collection, thanks to Sarah for his birthday, and it is the Loungefly ice cream collection. So I picked this Black Panther ice cream cone pin because, hey, Black Panther, it's in the name, and I miss Chadwick already. I was really hoping for a sequel of this movie. I hope they make his sister the main character going forward. How cool would that be?
I picked a very random pin that I know absolutely nothing about. I found this on like I was in the park. It was either like on a cast lanyard or a board trade. And I've held on to it for a few years now. Oh,
what is it? I want to know now.
It's just this little tiny pin, and it says Disney Lovers Anonymous.
This time I've been outdone because you went the other way.
It is a legitimate Disney pin. It says copyright Disney on the back, but I don't know anything about it. Where it came from, I have no idea. There's no date. It's just like a blank back with the copyright logo on it, but I've held on to it for years and I love it, and it is actually on my attractions board, kind of like hidden off to the side on my attractions board.
Is that a club for like staging and intervention? Say like, you know, somebody, we won't name any names, but if they have like a gazillion Space Mountain Cutie pins, that you could take them to Disney Pins Anonymous for an intervention.
Hey, I share those cutie pins because if you watch Pauline's video of her November pin tag, I actually traded her one of the Space Mountain cutie pins that she shows. So I did give one up for her. Small Business Saturday. Small Business Saturday is November 28th. Show us a fantasy pin.
So this is a fantasy set that Sarah got for me from Enchanted Thoughts Club. You should check them out. Sarah's going to link them down below. But it is the BB-8 in the shape of the Coca-Cola bottles that you can get in Batuu in Galaxy's Edge. She also got me a Sprite and the Diet Coke one, so I have the whole complete set of what they offer, and these are awesome.
So my pin is from Clubhouse Buttons. I will also link them down below. Based on their name, they mostly do buttons.
Makes sense.
And their buttons are really, really cool, and you can get them personalized for like bachelorette parties, weddings, like birthdays, first birthdays through 90th. Like they do a lot of really, really cool stuff. But they also came out with a handful of pins. This is the...
This pin is fantastic.
So this is princesses, but like Spice Girls.
Oh, man.
So you have Snow White, Moana, Tiana, Rapunzel, and Ariel.
Scary Spice is Tiana. Sporty Spice is Moana. Baby Spice is Rapunzel. Ginger Spice is Ariel. And Posh Spice is Snow White.
And the very last one is Your Welcome Day is the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, that's a softball, isn't it?
Makes sense, right?
You're welcome.
Show us a Moana pin. We didn't really have any. We had to go to the kids for this.
We didn't have any.
I couldn't find a single Moana pin in all of my pins.
That surprises me. We love the movie.
Yeah.
We pretty much love anything that has Lin-Manuel Miranda's name attached to it.
Yeah.
So I chose this crab guy. I don't even remember his name. I just remember that he's from Flight of the Conchords. It's Jermaine. It's Jermaine.
Shiny.
Yeah, and he sings one of the most underappreciated songs in that whole movie. It's a very David Bowie-esque song, the way it sounds, and it's sung by Jermaine, who they actually have a David Bowie song in Flight of the Conchords that's pretty great.
And I picked this Moana pin.
Because it meets the Moana requirement.
It's nothing special. It's just an open edition pin. It's cute. It's on one of the girls' boards.
And by saving grace, they happen to have a pin that just said Moana on it.
Moana, make way, make way.
Well, that concludes this pin tag. That was so much fun. Thank you, Pauline, for considering us in this.
I love her pin tags.
Oh, yeah. And she is consistent with them. I don't know how she keeps finding pins for all of the hard questions that she answers.
Yeah.
Sagittarius, you're killing me.
Well, she always does the
zodiac sign.
The zodiac sign and the stone. So those are always the hardest, but I like those because it gives me an excuse to like dig through my pins. If you want to do this November pin tag, go for it. It's open to all. And definitely go check out hers as well. And she did tag a couple other people in it, and we will link all of them down below.
We want to know what your favorite pin in this video was. Let us know in the comments below which your favorite pin is. Was it this overstated, gaudy popcorn pin, or was it something more simplistic and true to heart, like Chewbacca or Disney Anonymous?
Thanks, Pauline, for the tag.
If you enjoyed this video, click that like button down below.
For more content, click subscribe.
Until next time, stay savage out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Shop the small shops.
Did I pick one for black?
Don't go to the store and get COVID.